So, John, we know that the capabilities of AI, artificial intelligence, are increasing today.
Yeah.
At an exponential rate. Yeah. And there have been many outspoken voices sounding a warning about AI. It's on track to grow out of control and cause, and here are the words they use, an extinction event of humanity.
Okay.
An existential threat.
Yeah.
And there are others like our friend Timothy Alberino.
Okay.
And many of our brothers in Christ that have written books are authors, lecturers, travel to archaeological sites and things like that. They all have some opinions about this. But I heard Tim recently predict that AI is going to cause homo sapiens, human beings, to become obsolete.
Okay.
Making it necessary for humans to alter their DNA to become human 2.0 in order to stay competitive in society.
Yeah.
And
Makes
then
sense.
you were seeing this Yuval Noah Harari guy.
Yeah, he's
who's
pro
pro all this stuff. And that guy.
You talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing, man. I mean, that guy's dangerous.
Yeah. He's all for human 2.0. And he actually wrote a book called Homo Deus, Man God.
Yeah.
He thinks, and we're going to mention some others, that they are all in favor of man evolving to the next phase and becoming gods. The very thing.
Well, he wants to be a god.
Yeah.
He and his buddies, and they want to get rid of the rest of us because we're just useless. I mean, he literally
That's
said
the term.
useless. We're useless eaters.
Useless eaters, yeah.
Let's get rid of all these people so that us, the enlightened ones, can live our life without these people walking around in a way all the time.
Yeah.
It's a crazy philosophy.
And so if things are already kind of insane right now in the world leadership decisions and the chaos, this is going to make it exponentially worse, I think. So we're sounding the warning bells. Is it possible that by combining AI with genetics, or biometrics if they're called, we're setting the stage for what Paul calls the strong delusion that God's going to send on the Christ-rejecting world? We're going to look in the scriptures and see if maybe there could be something to that.
Awesome.
We'll start in Daniel 12 because this is that passage we read not too long ago about the time of the end, knowledge increasing. Verse 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people, which is Israel, shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Now, that's to set the context of the timing of things. It's verse 4 that I'm really after. So we know this is about the tribulation.
Yeah.
The great tribulation, the time of Jacob's trouble.
Okay.
But verse 4 says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, what he's giving him in this prophecy. Even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. That phrase is separated by the colon of the time of the end, meaning it seems like in the time of the end, this is going to be fulfilled. And in the time of the end, things will begin to be unleashed or manifested. The time of the end, I've come to believe through, and we mentioned this before, our brother Ryan Peterson in our summit, Debriefing 2023, talked about the seals being broken the moment Christ ascended up. And 5 of the seals, 5 of the 7 have already been opened.
Okay, yeah.
We're currently in the 5th seal now. And I am come to the point where I do agree with Ryan about that. And by the way, Ryan, thank you for that wisdom you've given us. He does listen to the show and appreciates the shout out whenever I say something like that. And I think he's got, the Lord's given him a lot of wisdom. And so from that, I gleaned that when Christ talked about, the beginnings of sorrows in Matthew 24, it started the moment Israel was blinded.
Okay.
I'm written an article in June about it started probably with the destruction of the temple, 70 AD. And I could be wrong on the date on that, but in the context of the last days and end times, it says knowledge shall be increased. So what is this knowledge? We've discussed a little bit about could it run both ways?
Yeah.
Evil knowledge of men and the knowledge of saints coming to understand the Word of God better.
Yeah.
And so the Hebrew word for knowledge in this chapter 12, verse 4, is da'ath, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's first used in Genesis 2, verse 9, regarding the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting? So we're going to dive into that in just a moment.